So guys, I am literally just back from playing basketball, and for anyone who has not torn their Achilles, I would advise you guys to not do that. But we're getting this video out quick. Because I gotta put this out right before I go and shower. But we're talking about the Chicago Sky, and they're in. This is nothing to do with them. But Sky practice was abruptly cancelled due to multiple players feeling sick. They're scheduled to play the Mystics tomorrow at 7 p.m. Injury reports due by 5 p.m. tonight. The team is testing for COVID-19. They might need to forfeit this. I don't know how many players need to be gone from to forfeit it. Like, this is madness. And this is, again, the problem with only 12 players being on a roster. But, like, you've got... I can't believe this. I really can't believe this. This would be... It's just not a good week for the Chicago Sky. It's really, really not a good week. But, like, COVID is 100%... it's starting to go around again. And not only that, is it's... People are actually getting genuinely sick from it. And it's knocking people out again. Which is not ideal. You know, not ideal. And obviously we know how it spreads. We had a damn pandemic for multiple years from it. But yeah, I can see here, according to the same journalist, team are going to do COVID testing. I wonder how many players it takes. Can't have peace in Sky Denver 1 minute. No, it would never happen when the Sky guy was around. I'm sorry, yeah, they got rid of their mascot. It's the curse. It's the Sky guy curse. As a Storm fan, feeling a bit sick. Does this mean the Aces might have COVID too? Like, that could be a thing. What's COVID protocol? Like, nobody knows what's going to happen. Like, this isn't 2021. Like, if a game could have been... If this was 2 years ago, a game gets suspended, it is what it is, like. Like, it is what it is. But they have to play. Like, the Sky have to play so many games. Like, they gotta play the Mystics, then they gotta play the Fever, and like, if you lose to the Mystics and the Fever, you could be out of the playoffs. Like, you're only one game ahead. You're one game ahead of the Atlanta Dream, and they don't have their pick, by the way. They don't have a pick at all, so they are really trying to win. So if they end up losing to the Mystics, like, it doesn't seem like Angel Reese is one of them, considering what Angel Reese is saying and doing on Twitter. And I don't mean that as a bad thing, but she's just calling people out on Twitter, setting up a podcast, doing everything. I don't think Angel Reese is one of them. Sure, these happened before. If they don't have enough players forfeit, can they pick up players in short-term contracts for a week? It's got 4 games in the next 7 days. According to the rules, they must have a minimum of 8 players dressed. Otherwise, it's a forfeit. If it came Friday, sure, since Elizabeth Williams is out, it only allows them 3 other players to be out. Like, if to be fair, yeah, you're right. The starters did score. Well, they scored 75. They lost 77-75. But still, that's true. That's very, very true. What did they have at the team dinner? Like, food poisoning could be a thing. They all underwent COVID testing, but like, nobody's proved anything. But like, the Sky are in a bad spot. Like, and I feel bad because this is a team that's like... I actually, like, look, not a fan of, again, Taurasi Weatherspoon celebrating cheap shots and celebrating stuff like that. I don't really care that they happen. It's basketball, it happens. But it's when someone just gets up and celebrates. It's not the ideal situation. But, like... Yeah, it is... It's a very, very interesting scenario because the Sky could very, very quickly start to drop. If they end up having... There's no way they forfeit a game, right? There's absolutely no way. Does forfeiting a game mean you lose your tiebreak? I don't even know how that works. You need 8 players. Who's even available on hardship contracts right now? Like, you're obviously clearly not bringing over like a Holly Winterburn or something. Rumor is it the Mercury might be bringing over Holly Winterburn? Like, you're not bringing over Winterburn. You've like, who's there available? Like, Odyssey Sims has been signed. And if it turns out it is COVID, like, they're out for Friday. And worst case scenario, even if it's not COVID and it's a freaking food poisoning, they're screwed tomorrow. If it's food poisoning, they're screwed tomorrow. Like, you need 8, so you're gonna have the first starting 5, whichever 5 are healthy, and then everybody else is just gonna be knocked out. And then you've got Kennedy Carter, who's been sick. So, man, this is the problem with short rosters. Like, this is a real problem when it comes to only having 12 players on rosters. Like, there's 15, it changes things. But, like, for practice to be cancelled the day before a game, it was abruptly cancelled. Like, that's not ideal. That is absolutely not ideal. But what do you guys think is going to happen? Do you guys think that the game's going to get cancelled? Do you think the game's going to go ahead? Do you think the Sky are just going to go out like the Mercury went out that time against the Fever, where they had 5 players, or they had 6 players, and one of them they had signed 6 hours earlier in Celeste Taylor? Like, they could genuinely come out with that. That would be a crazy situation, but not like unheard of crazy. We've saw what happened with the Mercury then. So, yeah, like, it is what it is. What do you guys think? Do you guys think... I think the Sky are going to miss the playoffs, you know? I think they're going to miss the playoffs. Like, I just can't see it. And it's it's through no fault of their players. Like, when you are a borderline playoff team, like, you are 100% like on the line as far as like playoffs, not playoffs are concerned. When you are a borderline playoff team, you're like somewhere between 7 and 9, and you trade your best player. Or say you're not your best player. You trade one of your best players. You trade your best shooter. You then decide to not trade somebody. You've got a coach who looks like they're trying to tank. And now this is happening. You've got injuries. I have no idea. I've absolutely no idea what's going to happen with Chicago. But if Chicago somehow pull this off and make the playoffs, it would be unbelievable. It would be absolutely, absolutely unbelievable.